Many of the monsters in Japanese folklore are mischievous, even eccentric, but the figure greeting you at the gates of Mount Kurama is different. It is a towering bronze entity with massive wings, a fierce stare, and a long, sharp nose. This is the Tengu. Its origin traces back to 637 AD, when a Japanese monk stood at his window and watched a massive, rumbling meteor streak across the sky. He recognized the event from Chinese texts as the arrival of the Tengu, the heavenly dog. In those texts, the star was a precursor to violence. The monk recorded the omen, and within years, Japan was consumed by war. Over the centuries, the memory of that physical object in the sky slowly mutated into a living myth. The star grew a face and wings. The Tengu began as a literal cosmic warning of conflict that the people of Japan eventually transformed into a creature of flesh and bone. By the Heian period, the Tengu took on a darker, more specific meaning. Japanese Buddhism had shifted into a massive political force. Powerful monasteries accumulated private armies and unimaginable wealth, often functioning more like banks and fortresses than centers of spiritual peace. Folklore developed a mechanism to explain this institutional decay. Priests who mastered the religious laws but failed to control their own pride and ego were condemned upon death. This internal rot manifested physically. Arrogance sprouted wings, and a life of spiritual pride stretched the face into the long, grotesque nose of the Dai Tengu. These mountain demons were the physical embodiment of the religion's own failures, corrupt souls sent back to haunt the temples that produced them. This brought a boy named Ushi Wakamaru to Mount Kurama. He was the son of a defeated samurai lord, hidden within the Kurama-dera monastery by his enemies. The monks tried to raise him as a priest, but the boy was driven by a single desire: revenge. Every night, while the other boys slept, he would disappear into the mountain. He hiked into the Sōjōbō Valley, a place so remote that the monks refused to even speak its name. There, he encountered Sōjōbō, the king of the Tengu. The demon king agreed to train the child, leading him through years of grueling nighttime combat. Sōjōbō taught the boy techniques that looked like flight, movement from impossible angles, and a strategic foresight that seemed to read the future. This was a form of combat that no human dojo could replicate. By the time the boy left the mountain and took the name Yoshitsune, he was the most dangerous fighter in Japan. He had weaponized a demonic myth into historical reality. Yoshitsune's presence on the battlefield was unexplainable. At the Battle of Ichi-no-Tani, he led a cavalry charge down a cliff face so steep it was considered a physical impossibility. He won the day before the enemy even realized an attack was happening. At the Battle of Dan-no-Ura, he was seen leaping between moving ships in mid-air to evade archers. To his enemies, he wasn't just a general, he was something supernatural. This perfect military dominance allowed Yoshitsune to destroy the ruling Taira clan and hand the control of a reunited Japan to his older brother, Yoritomo. But Yoritomo was terrified of his brother's talent. A man who could seemingly perform miracles on a battlefield was a man no ruler can control. Yoritomo declared him a traitor and sent armies to hunt him down. After years as a fugitive, Japan's greatest warrior was cornered in a remote farmhouse. At age 30, Yoshitsune committed ritual suicide. The supernatural training he received made him invincible against a sword, yet it left him entirely defenseless against human politics and the treachery of his own family. Yoshitsune's story ended in that farmhouse, but the Tengu outlasted him. In the centuries after the war, their cultural role underwent a drastic shift. This wasn't a sudden change in their nature, but a change in how Japan used them. In the Japanese tradition of enshrinement, a dangerous spirit can become a protector if it is given proper reverence. If a Tengu was powerful enough to train an invincible warrior, it was powerful enough to guard a village against fire, disease, or bad luck. This chart shows the result of that logic. The Tengu drifted out of the purely demonic category and into the overlapping center between yokai and kami, between a monster and a god. This placement represents a form of spiritual insurance. Worshipping a Tengu is a pragmatic choice. They are too dangerous to ignore, yet too effective as guardians to ever truly abandon. You can see this tension today on Mount Kurama. The stone faces along the path still look down on modern tourists with the same cold, unreadable expression they used to watch the monks and the samurai. The Tengu endure as monuments to human pride and the brutal cost of perfection. Ancient watchers outliving our greatest victories and our most personal betrayals.